Hello everybody, my name is Ashraf and I am from OUM Miri Learning Center. So today I'm gonna talk about Minamata disease. Minamata disease. I will show to you all my outline for my slide presentations. For the first one is introductions of mercury poisoning, case study Minamata disease, environment and health effect of the disease, legal action that has been taken, strategies that has been taken to reduce or eliminate Minamata disease, and suggestions on strategies to prevent this issue from happening in Malaysia. For the introductions, I will talk about mercury poisonings. What is mercury poisoning? Mercury poisoning refers to a toxicity from mercury consumptions. Mercury is a type of toxic metal that comes in different forms within the environment. Most common cause of mercury poisoning is from consuming too much methyl mercury or organic mercury, which is linked to eating seafood. Small amount of mercury are present in everyday foods and products, which may not affect your health. Mercury itself is naturally occurring, but the amounts in the environment have been on the rise from industrializations. Consuming foods with mercury is the most common cause of this type of poisoning. Next, I will explain about symptoms of mercury poisoning. There are 5 symptoms of mercury poisonings. First one is anxiety, second one is depression, third irritability, fourth memory problems, and fifth numbness. For the next slide, I will explain about Minamata disease. What is Minamata disease? Minamata disease, a disorder caused by methyl mercury poisoning that was first described in the inhabitants of Minamata Bay, Japan. The disease is characterized by peripheral sensory loss, tremors, dysarthria, ataxia, and both hearing and visual loss. Minamata disease was first discovered in the city of Minamata, Kumamoto Prefecture, Japan in 1956. Even the unborn child is at risk for Minamata disease. Children born with Minamata disease can have growth deficiency, microcephaly, and an abnormally small head, severe mental retardations, and be deaf and blind. Methyl mercury readily crosses the placenta from mother to fetus and is damaging, particularly to the developing brain. In 2001, 2,265 victims had been officially recognized. 1,784 of whom had died, and over 10,000 had received financial compensation from GISO. Next slide, I will explain about environmental and health effect Minamata disease. Minamata disease can affect our environmental and our health effect. Type of damage caused by methyl mercury discharge are fish and cat. An effect from this disease, it can cause dead fish and bird falling from the sky. For the health effect of Minamata disease, it also can cause deformities of the limb, poor reflex, and poor nutrition and growth. I will explain about legal actions. For the first one is the basic law for environment pollution control in 1967. It is to combat the serious industrial pollution which overran Japan in the period of rapid economic growth in the 1930s and 1960s. Second is law concerning relief of pollution-related health damage 1969. After the law concerning special measure for the relief of pollution-related health damage was enacted on December 15, 1969, Kumamoto and Kagoshima prefectures established pollution-related health damage certifications councils respectively. Third is Water Pollution Control Law 1970. In 1970, the Water Pollution Control Law was enacted, which enforced control of discharge of effluent in all water areas in Japan in relation to toxic substances, for example, mercury and cadmium. Next slide, I will explain about the strategy that has been taken to reduce or eliminate Minamata disease. For the first one, restraint on intake of fish and shellfish and compensations to the industry. The area around Minamata Bay in 1956, when it became clear that intake of fish and shellfish might be the cause of the disease, the control of intake of fish and shellfish taken from Minamata Bay and shellfish strain of work by the fishing cooperative are started by guidance of Kumamoto Prefecture. His guidance had lasted with some interruptions until early in October 1997, when the diving nets in Minamata Bay were completely removed. Second one is effluent control. In 1970, the Water Pollution Control Law was enacted, which enforced control of discharge of effluent in all water areas in Japan in relation to toxic substances, for example, mercury and cadmium. And for the last one is transitions in conditions of pollutions. For the next slide, I will explain about suggestions on strategies to prevent this issue from happening in Malaysia. There are 4 suggestions to prevent this issue from happening in Malaysia. For the first one is make an awareness environment campaign. Second is better legal enforcement to prevent water pollution. Third, role of mass media. And fourth, storm water management. But not least, my conclusions. As of conclusions, Minamata disease was caused by eating contaminated fish and shellfish, which were polluted by industrial waste discharged by Chiso. The citizens of Minamata have learned that water and food are essential to life. Mass productions, mass consumptions, and mass waste make our lives more convenient and prosperous. Minamata disease tells us that human beings can be the perpetrators as well as the victims. Minamata disease was also tell us to coexist with nature based on the idea that we are living. Thanks to nature to think about the relations among people, rivers and sea, to think about food which is safe, to decrease home and industrial waste, and to grapple with recycling and to tackle global problems. So that's all for my video presentations for Minamata disease. I hope you all happy watching, and till we meet next time.
Yeah.